Dominic Keating, welcome to Vulcan. There we go. Thank you, sir. Great to have you here. Again, you know, you've been here for about an hour or so, and again, a smaller convention than probably you're used to, I'm thinking.
More silos than I'm used to seeing at a Star Trek convention. I have been to some far-flung places in the world to do these things, and I got to tell you, this one I think tops the list.
Well,
St. John's, Newfoundland is right there, but it is what you might call the capital town of a rock. Vulcan is really in the middle of freaking nowhere.
Yeah, kind of. I was wondering.
I love the fact that you just invented, you know, other than growing rape, you know, for the oil.
Canola.
Canola, you call it canola.
We call canola.
In England and in France, they rap in France and rape in England. Yeah, other than that, I mean, clearly, you know, you've sort of invented a destination for this place, and God bless.
Absolutely. Well, it was actually named for the Roman god of fire.
Yes, indeed.
And that was the thing. And then Star Trek came along.
I'm sure Gene must have. He must have poached the name, not necessarily from Vulcan in Canada, but obviously.
Your guess is as good as mine.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. So, how are things going for you otherwise? What's new and exciting these days in the world of Dominic Keating?
Talking of Gods of Fire, I've just finished recording for HarperCollins Homer's epic poem, The Iliad. A lady called Caroline Alexander did a new translation, and God bless her. I've done a few audiobooks, and I've done quite a lot of voice work in my time, but she picked my voice to narrate it, and it was without doubt the toughest thing I've ever done as an actor. 17,500 lines in 10 days. But it's out, and it's getting, dare I say, it's getting rave reviews. We just went to DC, her and I, and did a whole night at the Grosvenor Auditorium, courtesy of the National Geographic Channel, who sponsor her. She gave a nice lecture about Homer, the poem, and her translation, and I was the pretty face in the suit reading excerpts from her translation, and it went really well.
For my money, there's just not enough epic poetry anymore.
There isn't. No. Get on that, people.
Yep, the Odyssey, Canterbury Tales.
I got to tell you, it was. I'd never read the Iliad. I'm a massive Iliad fan now, and yeah, it was. How should we say? A bucket list job. You know.
It sounds like a good one.
This was really something.
Well, speaking of bucket list jobs, I think for a lot of people here, a bucket list job for them would be on Star Trek.
That too, I mean, without doubt. I mean, my years in LA are definitely grounded and coloured by my years at Paramount and doing this show. It was, you know, I went to Los Angeles 20 years ago with a goal and a dream in mind, and God bless, you know, those years at Paramount fulfilled that. And spawned a little career afterwards. I sense a certain waning in Los Angeles, even for men after a certain age. You know, the eye of the needle starts to get a little thinner. But, you know, still in the rooms, and I just made a movie before Christmas called Knowing, cop drama, playing a serial killer, which was a lot of fun. I'm waiting to hear about a recurring role on Supernatural, which I went in for on Friday, and it went very well, so fingers crossed, people. Wouldn't mind that. And, you know, my hat's still in the ring, so how should we say? I'm one of those clever actors that managed to sock away a lot of the money. Don't actually have to be doing this to pay bills at the moment, and God bless the annuity, people, of coming to these Star Trek conventions. I mean, really, thank you from the bottom of my heart.
I think we're more than happy to help you out with that.
You are fantastic. I mean, of all the jobs I could have gotten, this has been without doubt, you know, the annuity that comes with this job.
Well, briefly, if you can.
And the love, you know. I liken it to going away to being Brad Pitt for a weekend. It's lovely. I walk into a place and suddenly I'm Brad Pitt.
Well, you do get a lot of love from the fans, and that's a great thing.
You know, heartfelt people.
Well, you know, 4 years on Enterprise, it was unfortunately cut short. This was a series that...
I blame Voyager.
Do you blame... Why do you blame Voyager?
If they come home in a timely fashion, No, I mean, I facetiously blame Voyager. Our network, unfortunately, UPN was, in turmoil. And as we all know now, they amalgamized and became the CW, and there's no place for a show like ours in amongst the tweeny vampire FOD. So, we might have gone to Vancouver and shot cheaply in Canada, but Scott Bakula had 2 small kids. I don't think he was about to leave home and go do that. There were there was rumours of NBC bringing the show home, but we really didn't have the bulletproof numbers to get us on main network TV. So, there it is.
Yeah, I think for a lot of fans, and for me in particular, it was too bad because the show was really finding its stride.
It really did. I mean, no disrespect to Brannon or Rick, but they let the reins go a little, and Manny Koto came on as a staff writer in season 3. He was very talented, loved Star Trek, grew up with a passion for it, and when they put him in charge in season 4 to run the show, you really saw the energy that, Brannon and Rick have been writing this show for 16, 17 years, man. A variation of a theme, and it'll never be done again. It's, it really is. I mean, you can't say enough about how unprecedented a feat of that nature is to have 4 hit shows back to back. It's extraordinary. I mean,
well, CBS is launching a new one in
Indeed.
January.
I'm going to hit Brian Fuller up in Vegas when I see him. He likes me. So I had dinner with him last year when we were all there, and see if there isn't some place for Malcom Reed or some guy in makeup. Let's hope.